everything if you allow him.
That's right.
So there's a part of will you allow God to help? Because sometimes you got to be willing to forgive somebody.
Right.
That you have to be willing to do. And see, God is not going to push himself in your world to make you forgive somebody.
That's right.
But he will, if you would ask the Lord, help me to forgive this person. And while you're asking, you may be fussing about what they're doing, but it's still a process.
Yeah.
It is a process.
Absolutely.
So, with that said, let's just talk about the process with our guests. I'm going to let Rodney, DJ Devonair kind of introduce them again, come live with them, and just share.
Well, our next guest, two lovely individuals. They love the Lord. They've been very, very, very close friends of mine for years. Man, they are like the bomb diggy, you know what I'm saying? They very stylish, very clean, you know what I'm saying? When they walk in the room, they turn heads, you know, their presence deserves and it demands, you know, attention. I mean, they got it like that, you know.
I can verify that.
Yeah,
I just met them. I can verify.
Yeah, I got a little.
You know, you just want to hug them when you see them because you know the power of God is there.
You know what I'm saying? This is the Arise show. You know what I'm saying? So we are arising them. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to give it up, y'all, for my buddies, my very close buddies. Shondrea Robinson, soon to be Fincher.
Rogers.
And Kenneth Fincher. Hallelujah. Y'all say hello. Say
hello.
Yeah. So y'all doing all right today?
Oh yeah.
Sleepy. It's bedtime.
It's bedtime. What the Bible say? Be ye ready in season and what? Come on, somebody.
Says bedtime.
He didn't say be ready at 9:30 at night. He didn't say that.
Well, hey, you know, I'm just saying. Yeah.
But it's a blessing to have y'all. We're happy to have you.
Thank you for having us. For the opportunity.
Yeah.
So why don't y'all just go ahead and just give us a little background about yourselves. Just share about who you are and
who I am as an individual.
Who you are as a couple.
Okay.
And how you maintain.
So I have
how you got back to where you needed to be.
So in order to even get to that point, I have to start. I can't give you all, but I can definitely give you the foundation, if that's okay.
That's good.
For time's sake.
Yeah.
Do you want to give me this?
Go ahead. You go.
I think he got it right now because he's talking about you.
What people don't know is he is extremely shy.
Okay.
He's loud to get the attention off of himself. But anyway, so Minister Fincher and I.
Tell us when you first got married.
Okay. Yes, I'm gonna take you there. I promise. It didn't take long. That's how fast it happened. So we were both working at a temp service. We're working through a temporary agency for 1-800-FLOWERS. 1-800-FLOWERS first started.
They owe me some money.
Yeah, you worked there with me.
I sure did.
Did
and they owe me some money. I worked there for a short time.
Yeah.
So he wants his money.
So,
because I ordered some flowers and I never did, man.
Horrible.
Oh my God.
Okay.
So we were working there. We met there. That was in February. Okay. So he asked me on a date. The first date was a revival.
That's my boy, man.
He took. Hold on.
You know what I'm saying?
Revival for the date.
Hold on. Let me get this straight. For the first date, y'all went to church.
And I heard who is now my pastor, who I think I take more ownership of. But hey, I take it. I put on my church suit and went on my date.
That's funny.
That was funny. So that was February. Believe it or not, we got married in May. Months, not in the same year.
Wow.
Yeah. And
awesome.
And to be honest, we both were escaping situations that we hadn't settled yet. In all honesty, okay. At the time, I think I was 19. He was probably 24, 25, somewhere around there. And we knew that we loved each other. We knew that was for certain. But we weren't ready for each other at that time.
Gotcha.
Spiritually, emotionally, mentally, we were not ready. But because that's what you're taught to do. You like somebody, you're going to do whatever, get married.
Yeah.
You know, and people will lead you down paths that they won't take.
Say it one more time.
So
Say
they
that one more
will.
time.
People will lead you down paths that they're not willing to take.
Oh, I
And
hope
so
y'all heard that.
Even though marriage was right, but it wasn't time.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got married, and a disclaimer, because I have to tell my side. Even though I may vaguely mention someone else, there's no shade to the other person.
Yeah.
Okay, but, and in that time, Kenneth had a very good friend, you know, and things happened on my part and his part. And to the point to where we're going to be free, right? To the point to where it was his best friend. They had a very tight bond. Not only did I marry the guy, I had 2 children with the guy. You know, and we are so quick to blame someone else, but we refuse to take responsibility for ourselves. So
a lot of people do that.
Yeah, so I mean, it was an ugly situation. It wasn't anybody else's fault but ours. We didn't surround ourselves with positive people, with spiritual people. Now we did have a pastor. It wasn't his fault. But what I'm saying is, it was our fault as adults. It was our fault. Number one, we rushed into it. First problem. Number two, I shouldn't have been holding conversations with another man, and I have a husband. That, you know, but because we were both unfocused, running from previous relationships, and young, we just weren't ready. So anyway, time passes. We get into a heated argument. You know, people don't want to acknowledge that part. We got into a heated argument, you know, and it was one of those things. You leave, I'm leave, and we split. And it was we left in a very bad space, very bad, very ugly. And so what happens with that hate and that unforgiveness, it births something else. So at that point now, because he's hurt and he's embarrassed, he's then trying to hurt me.
I've been there.
Okay. So he brings the divorce papers for me to sign at the church in front of everybody to get the same hurt that I caused him. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And but me, because of number one, where I come from the projects. People don't believe it, but you don't have to be a product of your environment.
There you go. That's right.
But straight from the circle, what we called it, Rose Terrace, South Dallas. You know, it was just, you don't let nothing stick. It's like, yeah, he wanna whatever, let him go on, and what? Yeah, you know. Knowing deep down inside that other part of me, it was like, girl, he was a good guy, just genuinely just a good guy. And it was something that I hadn't had. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so
something you wasn't used to, right?
Wasn't used to, but I couldn't appreciate it until it was gone.
Gotcha.
And my grandmother always say, it ain't nothing like seeing somebody else walk around with your stuff. And that was her. Yeah, and I mean, because we treat, I can say this now, but we treat marriages, friendships, genuine friendships, we throw that word around so loosely. We treat it as if you can drive on it, but I'm going to stop if it get a flat or hold. I'm going to go in the trunk and get the spare and put the spare on. No, you have to drive your car, your marriage, your relationship, your whatever type of ship you're in, as if that's the only tire you have, and the tire shop don't have another one. That's how you have to handle it. But I understand that now. So anyway,
but it took you time to learn it.
No, it took a long time, a very long time.
Let's get married before it falls.
So.
Let's get married right now.
I'll do the wedding right now. Come on. Dearly beloved.
So from that point, it was just constantly tug of war. He do something, I do something back. He do something, I do something back. Like, have another child on the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? Why are you calling, playing on his phone? That's what I was doing, and people still do now. But why was I don't know. Playing on his phone, call and hang up. Yeah, you did. And Kenneth, he's he blows out. So I'm gonna come where you are. It was ugly. Like, and here, this is the T, as they call it. All in the church. We went to the same church. And because of how we were taught, I didn't leave
Yeah.
because he brought me to the church. Actually, the revival that I went to, it was to hear our pastor. So I wasn't gonna leave, but it was still so much immaturity there.
Yeah.
So from that point, we didn't speak for 17 years.
Whoa.
Contrary to popular belief. 17 years. Going to church, going in, shouting, singing in the choir, singing on the praise team, participating in the liturgical dance ministry, all of that, all of the holy stuff. And couldn't stand it. It was a silent hate.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, what we have to know as Christians, until you get your horizontal right, your vertical is not going to be right.
Yeah, that's right.
Until it's right with my fellow man, nothing else it's just not going to work.
That's true.
You get what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
see, people are so suited, dressed up, just as wrong as they can be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I carried that going on with my life, raising kids harboring unforgiveness, even though 90% of it was my fault. He was only reacting to what had been done to him.
Gotcha.
You understand what I'm saying? So to say unforgiveness is not important and serious and poisonous is a total and complete lie.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Period. And it's in the dictionary, forgiveness, unforgiveness, or forgiveness, it's a noun, but it's an action.
Action word.
It is, and it can be a person, it can be a place, and it can be a thing, because it will take you to all three of those dimensions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. How did you get to the point where you could forgive each other? How we got the background of what went on in the relationship, but how did you guys, after 17 long years and all that hate that was building up, resentment and that back and forth play, because you were really tied to each other, sometimes soul ties to each other. You had already established.
Silly.
Silly. The silliness comes up, especially if you're young. How did you get to the point where you could forgive each other? I mean, how did the steps of getting to the point where you could even talk to
This
them?
for both.
For both.
Yeah, let it, cause see, I'll talk. I'll talk to you.
Already.
But let you talk.
Come on, man, to God. Let's get somebody else.
Let's hear it.
Let me talk correctly. She don't want me to talk. I went to South Oak Cliff.
Hey, do you?
Okay, but I would say what brought us to actually forgive each other, because I was dealing with something in my life. During that whole time of being apart, I had my own life that I was going, and I had my own thing that I was going, and I went down the wrong path. Rodney is a witness for me. I would go to church every time the church doors was open, but at nighttime, I was a hustler in the streets. And I'm talking about, it was not like petty hustling. I was actually moving major weight. And so it got very dark for me. I mean, like making the money, getting high. It was like I couldn't function unless I was high. I just didn't want to feel nothing. I woke up smoking weed. I went to my work smoking weed. Smoked weed on my break. Smoked weed on my lunch. Smoked weed when I got out of work. Smoked weed when I got home. Just everything was just surrounded by smoking weed, and then it got so crucial for me until I started popping pills. And one day, doing all this, the end part, I was going through something, and my pastor had preached a sermon at church, and it was about forgiveness, and he was just talking about a lot of stuff in that sermon. And he called me out. He just really hard on me. So he was like, man, you got to forgive sometimes. He was just like, you got to change your heart, man, about a lot of stuff, And so me and him had went out to eat, me and my pastor. But before we had went out to eat, one of her friends had called me on the phone because they didn't like how I was looking. You can be at church surrounded by so many people, till they don't understand. They think they look on the outside and they think you good on the outside.
You're okay, because you had a church.
Because you on the organ, I'm on the organ playing, and I'm just looking, you know, like I'm. But people that really know you, they know, okay, it's something really wrong with me.
Man.
They knew it was something really wrong with me.
Yeah.
And it was just not them, it was other people that knew something was wrong with me, but they didn't come tell me, they talked about me. Because they was cool with me being down at that particular time. But when I got a call from her friend, and then she was on the phone talking, I just felt like, she don't know nothing. You know, I blew it off, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was nothing. So later on down the line, she called me again. I was with my pastor. And she was like, I want to talk to you about something. I was like, okay, no, whatever. So we met up to have a conversation. Yeah. And the conversation just went there about forgiving. She was like, look, I can't go on through with my life without asking you to forgive me. Mm-hmm. And it was like, when she said that to me, it was like a lot of stuff that I was dealing with. Mm-hmm. It was like, it just like, I don't know, have you ever been like in a room like this? I don't know if you probably never been in jail, but if you've been in the jail,
oh no,
when you've been in jail, you know, and you surrounded in a room like this for, just imagine being in a room like this for years, and they finally tell you free.
Oh, so what you telling me is she healed you? Yeah. By just saying, you know what, forgive me. It broke something in you that just released you, so that you could actually live.
And for me, what even prompted me to ask him for forgiveness, because like I said, it had been 17 years. So it is so long to carry something that's unnecessary. But I accepted my call publicly into the ministry, and so my grandmother, on my dad's side, I love my mother so much. She's a very powerful woman of God, and she told me, before you do anything, you have to clean your slate. So I'm like, clean my slate? I'm like, I don't have, you know, I'm thinking that I'm okay, like I'm clear. And so, you know, the older people say, check your record. You know, go check it, see. And that's when I started developing, you know, my prayer life, you know, early morning prayer when my children sleep, when nobody's tugging at me, you know, and just as clear as day, the Spirit was like, you've asked God for forgiveness, but you cannot, it's no way possible to jump over your fellow man. How can you do it? It's like you can't even go forward until you clear that passage. You know what I mean? And so I saw him, because you know how you plan not to? See, I was big on my friends and my sister friends. We call each other Italians because it's it's like we flip over tables and so we have different names for each other. So one of them called me the Grudge because it's like I pride myself on I could carry the grudge the longest. I promise you they gonna say something to me before I say something to them. Watch you know that's just how and it was one of those moments like that ain't cute.
That you said to yourself.
Yeah, that's not cute. That you priding yourself on being able to carry a grudge. Who does that at your age? And you're raising children. What are you showing them? What are you teaching them? Yeah. And just so happened, I'm going in. He was coming out the door. I was like,
see, I think God set you up.
Set me up, but you know, here we go. Super Christians, tongue talking, slain in the spirit, face on the floor. Guess what I did?
What?
It's like, how you doing, sister? And his verbiage had changed. So it automatically let you know spiritually, this is a different person that's talking to you. It's set up there. How are you gonna? Which way you gonna go?
How you gonna respond?
How? Because what's gonna be your excuse now? It's like, good morning, sister. I was like, boy, get out of my face. And why are you standing here? And the ushers were holding it. I'm like, please let somebody let me in so I can get away from him. Please.
Oh, that's real?
Yeah. No, this is real. I'm not. This is for real. I promise you.
I believe.
Like, why? Why are you even saying anything? He didn't want nothing. He was just saying, good morning, sister. So I missed the opportunity. Missed it. Now, had my name got called, I don't care what you say, in my Bible, I was harboring unforgiveness and I wasn't ready. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? So then I got another opportunity. 2 days later, we had a meeting with our ministers. you know. So, Kenneth, yeah. You know, that's him, yeah. I was like, you know what, whatever. Ain't that, you know, looking for a reason not to.
You were going to start the trial. But
it's, you know how it is.
You saw
when we choose to want to do right and then the person don't respond the way that we want them to respond, then we, you know, so I was like,
and
whatever.
we forget how you responded to them.
What you want, don't worry about it. I was going to say, but I mean, a lot of times we do the right thing, but we do it the wrong way.
Yeah.
So it kills the whole motive.
It kills the whole thing.
And so I got another opportunity. Look, I just wanted to let you know I'm sorry for what I did to you.
Oh, that's what you.
That's
okay,
when I finally
hit.
stop being silly.
Mm-hmm.
I said I apologize for what I did to you. I know that I apologize in the spirit realm, but I have to come to you personally. And I know it's been a long time. You may have even forgotten about it, but I apologize. And at that point, it was such a freedom. It really was. It was such a freedom.
It's healing.
But yeah, it's just not cute.
It's healing in the power.
Yeah, it really is.
It's a healing thing that God, when God came in to heal us, He forgave us.
Yes, and how many times today did you have to ask for forgiveness?
Yes.
Just today.
Just today.
You know.
Just today. Because, you know, we all sin. We all do offenses against each other. Sometimes we do it unknowingly. Sometimes we do it on purpose. Sometimes we just hard down ugly with it. Yeah. But either way it goes, we still have to learn the skills of how to walk in. Because you know it's going to be hard to walk before God's people, and you call yourself a preacher, you call yourself the Christian you're Christian of the Christian, and you go home, you're arguing, you're fussing, you won't forgive the people that you live with,
or you're around, is what I call it.
And you're around, and you want to be before God's people.
And it's hard. It's not easy.
It's
not. I swear. Let me be the one to say it is not easy. It's not easy. And then even after you let that come out of your mouth, you still have to go through another process. You know, even when people grieve, there are steps to grieving. You don't just get over it. You're going to be angry. Then you're going to be resentful. Then you're trying to bargain with it. Then
you try to justify it.
Yeah, it's steps to it. It really is. So that was freedom. It really was. So from that point, it was,
you know, even when you just began when you stepped out and said, forgive me, that was the key for God to come in and do the work in you.
It really was.
Because you have to acknowledge what you've done.
You have to.
And so when you said, forgive me, I don't care if it was with an attitude at the time, if whatever, however, but if you can muster up the words to say,
you have to.
Forgive me, then that allows God to actually go in and finish that process of coming in, searching you out, looking at your heart, wrapping the Holy Spirit around that heart so you can actually do His work and be released, so that you can actually go out and release other people. Because sometimes you have to, even if you're not even a part of people's life, you know what? God loves you. He forgives you for the things that you have done. Come on into the body of Christ. But it's hard for you to say that. If you are sitting here with the people that you're supposed to be loving, or the people that's supposed to be in your life, and you don't ever forgive them.
And it spills over to other people. It's poison. It's something that you can't, it's no way to contain it.
It is, and it will lead to depression. And that's what I'm saying to you. That's probably what you were, why you got so entangled in going to church, entangled in doing drugs, because of the depression. You were trying to fight away from the feeling, fight away from the hurt and the pain. So you self-medicated yourself.
Exactly.
But God is the medicine.
Yep.
God is the salve that soothes the soul, the savage beast. He's the one that's supposed to come in and allow you to grow in the areas. Because you know what? I've been walking for a little while now. There's nobody perfect. I have not met a perfect person, not even myself. And so you know what? God already knows that. So His thing is, if you would just follow my ways, if you would just say, you know, allow me to come in, I'll do the rest. When you want, like you said, when you want to stop acting silly,
Stop acting silly.
if you want to stop acting silly and acting crazy, then I can do the work that you
and probably keep you from your blessings.
Oh, there's no doubt.
Like
There's
you,
no doubt.
and the thing about it is, I look back on time. Like you cannot get the time back, because even in between our silent times, I was married 13 years, and between the both of us, myself and the person that I was married to, we knew that we shouldn't have been married, but we were too busy trying to prove people wrong that were already right.
That happens.
We shouldn't have been together in the first place. And you know how a lot of times what I've learned just through my personal experience is, he was a good man, but he wasn't good for me. And vice versa. I was a good woman to him, for him, but it wasn't for him. And I believe a lot of times we meet people, but we're not ready for that particular person.
And see, without the maturity,
we had to go away and grow up.
Yeah.
We had to.
Yeah.
We had to.
And you got to. I've learned just with the forgiveness that you just don't know how heavy it is not to forgive somebody. When you think you like a lot of times, I just thought I was like really sick. It wasn't that I was just sick just like from a pain or something, but it was I'm sick because I'm carrying a load.
Yeah, unforgiveness is expensive.
Yeah.
It will cost you.
It costs in
It
more
costs.
ways than one.
it'll cost your, what you tell me, it'll cost your health if you don't watch it. Because it will sit down, it will root down in you, and sometimes if you allow it to go bury it deep down, it's hard to get it up out of you.
Yeah, because it's rooted. It gets rooted deep in you.
Yeah. And then we pull other people in the fight.
Oh yeah.
And so what you're doing then, now you're reproducing unforgiveness.
Right.
Like, why are you even involving another person to coerce them to be unforgiving like you? Just a team full of wrong people. You know what I mean? But to this point, to get us to where we are now, after being through that, going through my marriage, I made myself a promise, and I don't know, hopefully a lot of women will be honest, and I taught myself how not to let anybody attach themselves to me.
Okay.
Like, I did. It's like, okay, now, I may talk to somebody, but that's all we gonna do. Period. And then if they do have anything that can possibly benefit me, I take it. But nothing else. I'm not, we're not going down that particular road again.
So you learn from your mistakes.
Yeah, because I taught myself I built a wall to keep hate from coming in, but at the same time, the wall didn't know that you're not also blocking the love from coming in. So what are you doing?
And that is so true. We're going to take it's going to play some music in just a few minutes and take a little break, but what we do understand that to err is human, but to forgive is divine. And so what we're trying to walk in is in the Spirit of God, and there's no way to be in the Spirit of God if you do not know how to love, because forgiveness and love go hand in hand.
Yep.
And so we're talking about agape love, loving without condition, because people are going to make mistakes in life. And I'm not saying that sometimes the things that people do, you don't have to get away from those particular people. They don't really need to be in your inner circle. But even if they're not in your inner circle, you still have to walk in forgiveness. You still have to forgive them. Sometimes you forgive them and they're not even a part of your life anymore.
Yeah.
But you still have to process that, because it will do a damage to your psyche, it will do a damage to your spirit, it will do a damage to your physical being if you harbor unforgiveness, because it roots in and it brings in a root of hurt, resentment, confusion. Sometimes you don't even know why you're mad. You're mad. You can't even think about why you're it's a spirit that will attach itself to you. That has to be broken through the power of God. With that said, let's just go in. What you got to say for us?
Well, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna dedicate this song to my buddy sitting here, Shondrea.
Do that.
Well, I want you to be honest with the people and let them know that really I wasn't your buddy. You know, he didn't speak to me. He put me on the same punishment Kenneth put me on for 17 years. Let's be clear.
That's then.
Yeah.
Then.
So now
I ride for my boy. I ride for my dog. You know what I'm saying? I ride for my dog.
You know what? Ma'am.
But hey, but you know what? That's the past.
When he was doing the introduction,
I feel it on that.
I'm doing the introduction.
These are my longtime buddies. I was like, he your buddy. No, I wasn't. Because you saw me, you didn't speak.
You were when you were married to him back then. Okay.
So he had to work.
I've been knowing you for
It's so crazy. It's like I gotta remarry all his friends because you know they cut me.
Let me rewind what I said, then and correct it. Look, one has been my long time buddy. The other one, she been my homie for
and
a little while.
And here's the unforgiveness.
Anyway, we're gonna play this song by Molly Music, Fight For You, man.
Fight for you.
Yes.
That's what he had to do, fight for you. Oh my God.
Yeah, he did.
He had to fight for you.
Yeah, he did.
You could.
Oh, yeah, we down.
Okay. Excellent.
Appreciate it, Red. I see. Appreciate all y'all.
I appreciate y'all watching and listening, man. They trying to beat up on me right now, you know what I'm saying? But it's all good, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, good. My daughter said, now it's sounding great. Go on, superstar. Okay.
That's true, Angie.
This is interesting. You know, this
Philip,
is our
somebody,
first
you
time
should let me
even
tell my
speaking
story.
publicly about this.
Right.
You know, no, like
Philip said
seriously,
you
I
should
think.
let him tell
in
this
all
side of the story.
seriousness,
Philip, you
I think
crazy,
this-
man.
Tell my side of the story.
This side of the story.
Oh, Philip. Tell Philip he can call in.
Philip, you can call in, man.
What's the... I'm sorry. What's that call in?
Anybody can call in.
Yeah, anybody can call in, by the way.
Be petty in this, because we gonna hit the hang up button.
Yeah, we're going to hang up if you call in, be petty.
What's the call in number?
What's that call in number?
It's on this thing right here, 214.
Oh, yeah, 214
214
431
431
5032.
5032.
We got some people calling in. Oh, this is
We're going to let some people call in and get inside story.
Say what?
We said, Philip said he going to call in and give his side of the story.
Philip better.
You got the call, Philip. Did you get that?
Don't give him the number.
You see it? Appreciate it.
Right after the Molly Music song, we're going to take some calls, y'all.
What's the number again,
The
Rodney?
number is 214-431-5032.
That's the number, the evangelist Nakisha, well, woman of God. I just gave the number. Send me a
He cut
214
up. If we just want
431
5032.
5032.
I'm pretty sure, because he's real sensitive.
You know,
Who's sensitive?
because this is the,
Right,
you know,
we
when he
ladies.
finally,
Yeah, you
when
know
he
what I'm saying? Yeah, we don't
finally
play
decided
no-
to.
Yeah, we don't play no
We don't
games.
play no games.
First of all, y'all man of God and y'all talking about zodiac signs?
No,
God
I'm
is
just-
not in that.
But the thing
That
over
ain't
here.
in no Aries.
Oh my
He
God.
ain't in it.
That's the number, Angela. It's 214-431-5032.
Block him.
Right, that's it.
He put his whole team
214-431-32.
together. Man.
Yeah.
So
Okay, that's
when I
it.
finally
That's it,
saw him for the first time, after he finally decided to bring me back around, I told his friend, "So you gonna take
Thank
care
you,
of
Ms.
my
Hall.
boy this time?"
That's right.
I was like, "This time, that's the shade."
Shout out to you, Helston. What's up, man?
That's the shade.
You supposed
Hey.
to be asleep.
I'm trying to see who's still on here.
E Plutus.
But this is great.
Oh, it is.
I hope it helps somebody.
You see your girl, E?
I hope it helps somebody. Is this
Shout out to everybody still watching. It says 2 people watching now. It was more people on, so I'm just gonna say shout out to whoever's watching now. I'm not quite sure who is. I'm gonna pause it real quick. Oh, what's up? What's up? Cordelia, you watching? What's up, girl? Who else on here? Sign in. Holla at me.
Yeah, I'm sitting with the superstar from Best Funeral Ever.
From who? From where?
You know Best Funeral Ever. You know
Best Funeral, yeah, that's right, yeah.
You know, superstar.
With a Hollywood self.
Yeah, Hollywood. Hollywood.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so hey.
Thank you, Mary J. Thank you, Zach.
Y'all don't know this sleep spirit that is resting upon me.
Well, arise.
Oh, honey.
Here we go. We back. We back. We back.
We're
We go back. Y'all ready?
All right.
All right, now we going. We coming. We coming. Check. We on this thing.
Mic check.
Wait. Hold. We ain't on. Yeah. Hold on. Wait. Bye, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Mic check. We back with introduce yourself.
With Denise Cavaness, Arise Show.
Yep.
And our purpose is to awaken you, to renew your mind, so you can be intentional, so you can stand and emerge into what God is calling you to be.
That's right. Rodney Willz here, aka DJ Debonair. We do have in the studio. She got mad at me. I wasn't here that time, friend. My longtime friends, Shondrea, Rodney, and Kenneth, Fincher.
He had to work on forgiveness too. So
Yeah.
His friends still had to
I
work on
ride for my dog. You know what I'm saying?
But that's okay.
Yeah. Shoot.
With
Hey, by the way, I'm sorry, y'all look good together. Y'all look, hey, man.
You know, this is my Hispanic boo.
That's what it is. You're
Don't he look
Hispanic.
Hispanic?
No, he actually looked
What do you look?
he looked Rican, Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like a Rican. You know what I'm saying?
Light skin with freckles.
Okay, getting back to the topic of forgiveness, because that's where we're about to talk about today.
Yeah.
We're coming back in and talk about forgiveness, and we know that's a part of what God wants us to do. I'm just going to bring this question to you guys.
Okay.
When did you realize that the relationship was worth saving? I know it's 17 years in the span. It took you, to get over, as you say, the silliness of the whole thing. Him to actually get released from the pain so that he could even speak to you.
Yeah.
And how did you? We got a caller in. Let's take a break and take this caller right quick, and then we'll come back.
We
coming back to
need
this question.
scuba diving equipment for
Hey,
that.
you live on the Arise Show. Talk to me. Can you hear me? Caller, can you hear me? You're live on the Arise Show. Can you hear me? Caller, you are live on the Arise Show. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? You live on the Arise Show?
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you right now, yes sir.
All right. Who am I speaking with?
You were speaking to the Reverend Philip Brown.
Talk to us, Doc. How you doing? How you doing, Reverend Philip? You doing all right?
Yeah, you're speaking to the Reverend Philip Brown.
Welcome, Reverend Philip Brown.
Hi, Philip. You're the only one that has loved me from the beginning.
Oh man, I'm doing blessed and highly favored, man. I just wanted to speak on something.
Okay.
Yeah, please do.
Go.
Get to that.
Missionary, how you doing?
Hi. You know I love you.
You can hear
Man, I just want to say that me and Fincher go way back.
Well, we listening, preacher. Go ahead.
And I've seen some things, and I've been around some things, and one thing that I do know is that the situation that they had, nobody but God could fix it.
Now that's it. Thank you. Nobody but him.
Okay.
We listening. Hey, we have a little delay, so y'all bear with us just watching live.
And one thing that I wanted to say is that I'm happy for him because I've seen what he's gone through, and I know what God is doing for him.
Can you hear us?
You there, Philip?
And the thing is, you can't worry about what other people think, what other people say, Because the same people that's talking about what you got going don't have nothing going on in their life.
Ooh, that's right.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, that's right. Keep going. We listen. Y'all bear with us. It's a little delay, y'all. Bear with us.
So we all have a spirit. We all have the ability to reconcile.
They send feedback on the air.
Feedback?
On the air.
No matter how hard it is, no matter what the situation was, if you have God in it, the ability to reconcile is there.
That's right. I wonder how the lady is.
So I'm just saying this to say that because I was there in the beginning, and I'll be there to the end, because like I said, we go back down like 4 flats. And I just want to say that I'm happy for him. Second time around is very rare.
Very rare.
So I rehearsed that.
You know,
Always say that.
Wait, man.
So much.
Yeah, man.
I had something about.
All right. Can you hear us? With that said, with Reverend Brown coming in and talking with us today, just to echo some of the things that he said, or to draw from some of the things he said, that, you know, he's saying that he's for you guys.
Yeah.
But how did you realize, or when did you realize that the relationship was worth saving? Knowing that long span of time, knowing that the hurt, the pain had actually festered to, he was physically,
The history.
yeah, the history, the people that are watching, because people watch.
They are definitely
People watch
watching.
your life, and, you know, sometimes people are not always rooting for you.
They're definitely.
So how did you, because you have the, I imagine, and I'm just imagining.
What's
you
up,
had to
Carmen?
put other people
Hey,
outside of what was
Right.
really going on.
And
So how did you feel, first of all, how did you realize that this was worth saving? And then how did you put other people out so that you guys can build back up?
you want to go first?
You go.
Okay. So the moment that I knew, he kept asking, "You gonna let me love you again? You gonna?" But I was doing my thing. I was fine where I was, getting what I needed from who I was getting it from.
Yeah.
Period. You know what I mean? I wasn't looking for nobody else, because I just come out of a 13-year marriage.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for nobody else. I'm having fun. Think I'm having fun anyway. You know what I mean? Like, I get to sleep in the bed by myself. Woo, you know, do what I want when I want. So I was like, Kenneth, go on. You know, that along with, and that no was tied to everything that I had heard about him, things that people were saying he had done, all of that was like, he got to be out of his mind. Like, sir, if I do get with you, like, you think we was running last time, like, I'm gonna give you a run for your money. Like, you know how you plan on doing the food.
Yeah.
Seriously. And so, like I said, prayer is very important to me. I'm flat faced, 4 a.m., you know? And I knew what I prayed for. I didn't know who I was praying that was gonna come my way.
Okay.
You know, I had a prayer, but I didn't have a name attached to it.
Okay.
I knew, God, send me a man that's saved. Send me a man that treats me like a gentleman. You know, like a woman. A gentleman that treats me like a woman. Send me somebody that can show my children. I have 3 sons, 1 daughter. Let them see their mother being loved. You know, didn't know that that he was gonna fit the description. I just knew that was my private prayer. And one time he had to have been in the spirit. And he was talking, and we just, I'm shooting him down, just giving him being such a gentleman, total gentleman. And this is when I knew for a fact that either he had heard my prayer, which I know he did, or it was the spirit talking through him. He said, "You gonna let me love you again?" That was his line. "You gonna let me love you again?" And
I
I'm
don't
like,
know about y'all, lady, but that line right there was good. That was good
and here I am, like, here he go again. And this is what he said after that, which helped him win. He said, "I know that you don't want another man right now. I know you're not trying to hear nothing I'm saying. But I know that for me to talk to you, I gotta go through God." And I was like, I know flesh and blood didn't reveal that to him. He said that, "I know that you're not listening to nobody's voice but God's. So I'll talk to him and then he can talk to you. Because I'm not going to." Kenneth said, I was like, Kenneth, I was like, look, it probably shocked him. I was like, what?
Like he said, we ain't reading.
But no,
we ain't reading.
At that point, clearly, but at that point, you know how normally things that appeal to your flesh, and you just be, as a woman, you be like, oh. But when he said that, I was like, oh,
that's a deeper level.
I was like, oh yeah. Now we talking.
Yeah.
And from that point on, he didn't ask me anymore. He began to show me. So here I am. I still have that wall that I built. Now, I want love, but I built the wall to keep the love from coming in. See how confused you are on forgiveness? It just, you understand what I'm saying? And it was at that point that I knew if it's worth it, if it's real, it'll work. And then to answer the second part of your question, you said, how did I get people out? Or
so you guys can build that back up.
Okay, so I think, and I'm very serious, I think that this is the most controversial relationship that has happened in a while.
Okay.
For people that know us, for people that are watching, for people that we grew up around, people that we've been around for a long time, everybody's like, what? Because as a woman, it's not too much that we do twice. I
can verify that.
It's not. It's very seldom that you go 2 times.
Yeah.
Now I'm saved, all of the above, but I love music,
Yeah.
and I'm a lyrics person. And Teddy Pendergrass has a song, y'all don't know which one it is. And part of the song says, "It takes a fool to lose twice." Now, you messed up the first time, but you mean you gonna mess it up again?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And so you have to make a conscious decision that if this is what I want, it's something that I have to do to make sure that I get it.
Yeah.
Not only that I get it, that I maintain what's been given to me. And so as far as people, I have people that have given bad reviews or comments or opinions or whatever you want to call it. I have people that have given good. I have people that are pretending to be supportive because I know I can spot them a mile away.
Yeah.
Then you have the people who really don't say nothing, but they'll give that little shade, But the thing of it is you weren't there when I was going through all of that other stuff. So I really can't even expect for you to understand where I am now. You see this chapter here, but you're like 13, 14 chapters behind. You understand what I'm saying? And so what I'm learning to do, and I'm a seasons person, what I'm learning to do in this time in my life is you can't share everything. You can't share everything. You can't. You can't. Then you have to attach yourself to people who are going in the same direction. Or that are already at the level that you're trying to get.
Yeah.
Okay. Then the last thing is, as far as detaching people, you'll get to a point in your life where you don't explain your exit. You know how we be like, well, I'm just letting you know that you upset me, and I just want to. It's just silence. Like, you know
yeah.
what? I'm absent.
Yeah.
You know, and you will figure out why, because I don't have the time nor the energy to. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so, as far as people, when I was younger, my grandfather, Ford truck, he always used to let my brother go with it. He never let us go. We wanted to go to the market.
You said Ford truck, it was a big name, so?
It was a Ford.
Oh, you said Ford, okay.
A Ford truck. My grandfather had a Ford truck.
Okay, gotcha.
So he would always go to the market on Saturdays, farmers market. Do y'all remember going to the market?
Yeah,
going to the market, go walk out and test. And he would only take my brother.
Mm-hmm.
And we would, myself and my cousin, please, Papa, let us. We would ask him the night before because we wanted to go because we knew he was going to take my brother.
Yeah.
You know? And he would always say something that works for me now.
Mm-hmm.
We was like, Papa, why we can't go? Why? And he say, everybody can't go. And that's what's working in my life right now. It doesn't matter whether it's career, whatever it is, everybody can't go.
Yeah.
We want to drag around unnecessary luggage.
Gotcha.
For what?
Yeah.
If you're not an asset to me, if it's not something that, and it's not being a user, what are you bringing to me?
Yeah.
Why am I carrying you around for free? You understand what I'm saying? And so the thing of it is where you're going in your life, whether it's love, whether it's ministry, everybody can't go.
Yeah.
Everybody can't fit. In your carry-on luggage, you only get one space.
That's right.
Period. And if you want something else to be taken with you, you're going to have to pay for it.
That's what I was just going to say.
And who is
extra
paying
weight?
for,
Who wants to drag
who's
extra
paying
weight
for
to come out and pay for that?
Everybody can't go.
That's right.
Period.
Yep.
And that's how I see it.
Right.
So, I'm not here to please people. I appreciate whoever support. I do. And I'm not looking for support because I know where I am and I know where we're on our way to. You know what I mean? So, it's everybody can't go.
Yeah.
That's the best way I could put it.
Well, somebody was trying to call in. If you call back, you try to take your call. Somebody was trying to call.
Are you going to answer?
Kenneth, this is a question for you. What do you think the key components of forgiveness is? How did you get to that point? Because it sounds like the process started and began with you, and even being the head. Yes, him being the head of the house or head of the relationship per se. How did that process? What components do you think was most important for you during that time? Getting to forgive.
I would have to say first of all, is listening and being obedient to the voice of God. That's the first thing I would say. It's basically just listening. And sometimes when you in a situation like that, you hear God speaking, but you're like, man, he ain't really saying that. See, I challenge God. I don't know why I do, but I like really like, man. I talk to God like we just talking. I'm like, man, I need you to tell me again, like for real.
Do you really? When he said, I need you to go back to your wife after 17 years, or I need you to talk to her, or I need you to bring that relationship back. I know that was a question. There was a question in that, wasn't it? Or you were
honest.
I'm being honest. It was a question. It was like a fear type thing, I knew her potential.
Okay.
And I saw her growth.
Okay.
Now I can't attest to that because times in the studio, like last year, like months back, like not that long ago, he would say, man, like, he would tell me like, man, really, I'm scared to even think about even marriage anymore, but I can't say that, man, like, if I was to make that move, she would be the person, because she has this thing about her that she knows how to treat a man, she knows how to treat the man that she loves. I'm not just saying that because I don't even have to, because I'm like, it. So you know what I'm saying? So
let's just all be real.
I'll play I'm kidding with her. She alright.
Yeah, and like you said, you can't tell everybody. So for me,
he kept quiet a while.
My circle of friends is like small. It's like really like Yeah, you know, I can.
We're gonna get with you in a minute, caller. Just hold on.
My circle of friends is really small, so when I talk to people about what I'm dealing with, I like to talk to people that I know not gonna talk.
Yeah,
main people, and a lot of people always say when you get saved, you know, a lot of people that's in the streets that you had your dealings with, you don't talk to them. But that's not true. You know, I just don't feel it's true. Rodney in the street. Rodney done got sick. Rodney, we both got saved. You know, that just think if we didn't keep the contact with each other, we couldn't talk to each other.
You know what? I'm gonna say this. If you don't actually go back and get your brothers, what good are you?
Right.
You need to go back. You need to think about the fact that God forgave you and you live it. You need to take that, what God has given you, walk back to the people that you love because you love them.
Right.
And bring them to the place where you are.
Right.
And that's helping them to get to the place of understanding forgiveness for real. And I'm talking about the forgiveness from Jesus Christ himself. So, to say, and I know sometimes in the Christian world we have our little ways of doing something. You're supposed to separate yourself. No, you need to walk among those who don't understand.
You can go wherever. You just have to know how to not kill your witness.
Yeah, that's it. You can go, but you need to be strong enough to go.
Yeah, you go, but you don't participate.
We didn't want to hijack your answer. Go ahead and speak.
That's
But
he took his glasses off. He's serious.
Well, you know
when he
what?
took his glasses off, that either means no, he's not buying the dress, or he's serious.
Caller, let's see. We want to see what's up with this caller.
Yeah, let's see what's up with the call.
Caller, can you hear us? Maybe a delay. Caller, can you hear us? Going once. Going twice.
Gone. Poor caller.
Okay, caller. We got to work on that.
Let me just say again though about the forgiveness part. When she was talking about wall, at first I really didn't have like a major wall up. You know what I'm saying? But you can't listen to outside people too much, and they'll have you build a wall that ain't even there. You know, so in my process of what I was wanting and what I needed, because I was coming out of a marriage myself. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So for what I needed at that particular time in my life, the whole situation made me change my prayer life. Through her, she made it. I ended up starting back fasting. Okay. Cause I hadn't fasted in a minute. You know, I talked to God, but just not, not like I should. At being a minister, you know.
I came out one last week.
So she had got me kind of, start back fasting and stuff like that. So God, I just the conversations that I had with God after I came out of my situation was like, hey, if you're going to give me somebody, she got to be in church. She got to understand that the majority of my time going to be at church. Because if not, God, if I can't be in church, I'm going to be back out here in these streets. And then I'm going to be sleeping with a whole lot of women. And I'm going to put that tag back on there again. And I didn't want to go backwards like that. I didn't want to be like the lady in the Bible. When God told him to leave, I can't think right now because my mind going blank. He told him to leave, come up out of Lot. He told him to come out. Out of there. They was in Sodom and Gomorrah. Am I right? Yeah. He said, leave. That's a sinful place.
Lot. Yeah.
Leave that sinful place. So my lifestyle that I had gotten was sinful. Drugs, pills. I didn't want to go back that way. I didn't want to turn back and turn into a pillar of salt because God had already showed me if I went back that way, he was going to kill me. I was going to die in my sins that way. And I didn't really want to be that guy, that musician that everybody know he played the organ or he can call the bishop or he can play the shout music, he can do this, he can do that. But then when I died, he was at a trap house.
Yeah.
I didn't want it to be like that. So my prayer was, God, I know she really, cause she like she like on something else. She like super. She preached a sermon, and I always joke with her about this thing she said. She said that in her sermon, she said, it happened, it hurt, but I'm healed.
Yeah.
So I think that's one of the main things about. I think that's one of the main things it is about forgiveness. You have to understand that it happened.
It happened. You got to acknowledge now.
You got to understand that the hurt happened.
Yeah, it hurts, and it's real. It's not fake. It's real.
And you got to understand it happened. It hurt.
It hurt.
You got to understand that.
It happened. It hurt.
And I'm healed.
Yeah, I'm healed.
And everybody may not be in the
Triple H, y'all. Triple H.
Part. Some people may be in the part where it's happening.
Right.
What's up, Lena?
But I will be.
Let's go back to the fact that it is a process.
Right. And you know what? Let me plug in right there on what he said as far as he had his demands on what type of woman he had to have and this and that. A lot of times us as women, I'm talking about women. Just hold on. As women, when we find out that the person that we were either with has someone else or the person that they possibly have cheated with, we want to look at them and compare. I get my hair done. She don't get her hair done. She don't even keep her nails done. She don't. And I was telling one of the younger ladies that I was talking to last week, I told her, I'm going to change the words. Bottom and boobs not keeping no man in this time.
Man, for real.
I'm serious.
Man, for
even
real.
the men have gone to another level. Now
The men that have gotten
men of God.
mentally,
right.
Yeah,
now there are still some men that are playing games,
shallow like
but
that.
for the most part, men they just not looking for the 36, 24, 36.
Man, no.
You like, can you go to God for me?
Can you get a prayer
you know what I'm
for me,
saying?
man, for real?
And I told Kenneth, I said, the thing with us is because our foundation, we started as friends. Like, we sit and trip out. But you have to be everything to each other.
Yeah.
Because if not, you're going to leave space for somebody else to fill in the... You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I tell him, sometimes it's things as his friend that I have to say, it may not benefit me. Now it's upsetting me because I don't want to tell him, but I have to tell him because if the Spirit reveal it to me, I gotta tell him. Right. And I remember telling him, and my friend was like, "Girl, you crazy? Like, do you mean that?" I told him because I could tell that he was retracted. You know, we were doing good for a while, and he retracted. I was like, you know, here we go. And of course, church going and all of that, hurt, upset. I'm like, I knew I shouldn't have been. You know, but I had to finally tell him from that friend's point of view, being open and honest and clear, that I want you to be happy. So much so, even if that means it's not with me. Whatever makes you happy, go and do that. Shondrea didn't want to tell him that because this is who I wanted.
Yeah.
But I had to tell him that being his friend and being open and honest. And just believing that hopefully you are the person that's making him happy and that's what he'll choose. You understand what I'm saying? So us as women, we just have to know that this thing not keeping no man in this time. Like, I need to be able to say, oh my God, this is coming up. Baby, send up a prayer for me. Baby, pray for me. We shoot them texts all the time. Pray for me. I know you can get, you know what I'm saying? And you have to be that to each other. Because once the feeling after the intercourse is gone, what's next?
Exactly.
Showers and sleep. What's next? You have to have some substance. You have to. Period, point blank.
So that brings me to my next question. What changes have you made? Do you have any?
Yeah, we just want to see.
Yeah, hold on before we get to this question.
Let's see. We
got a caller.
Can you hear us? Might be a delay. Caller, can you hear us? Oh, caller, can you hear us?
Strap one.
That might be my fault. Caller.
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you live on the Arise Show. Talk to us.
Hello?
Yes, you live on the Arise Show. Talk to us.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep. We can hear you.
Hello?
It's delayed.
Yeah, it's delayed.
It's delayed.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
But by the time we hear it, it's going to be too late. It's
Hello?
It's a huge delay. Yeah.
Well, let's just go ahead and go into this next question, and then we'll hear some music after this.
All right.
But we are on the Rise Show, and we pride ourselves in awakening people to understanding what's really real. What's really real.
Yeah. We got to.
And, you know, we can fake all we want to, but when it comes home, you go home, and there is no realness in your life to help, no substance to help you live, you faint every time. So with that, knowing that, what changes did you make as individuals? And I'm going to start with you.
You always start with me.
Well,
and then you give me that eye like I think I'm talking too long.
You talk however you want.
Get Fincher. Let Fincher talk.
Fincher, you want to talk first? Go ahead. What changes have you made as an individual?
One thing I've changed as an individual,
in order to make the relationship strong, what did you change about who you are to make this time a different go around? This is going to be the strength.
I'm a different man.
Okay.
I'm more of a godly man, I feel.
Okay.
Because of who I'm connected to.
Cool points.
I feel like that.
I'm taking him out to eat after this.
I feel like
what's up, Sheila?
Nobody could stop me from smoking weed. I mean, I don't know about it. Everybody got their own addiction.
Yeah.
But weed was mine. I love some good weed. And
oh my God!
If I came around her and she was, you got to do it. And, I mean,
hey Tracy,
I haven't smoked no weed in so long. Till if I'm around it, it does something to me. You know, I know it's, but how long you think it's been?
It's been over a year.
It's been over a year since I smoked weed. And my friends on here.
Kenneth.
It's been over a year since I actually have smoked weed.
That's good, man.
Like, for real.
So a good woman with a strong prayer can actually.
But let me tell you, after I told him, you know, you can't come around me with that, you know? And it has nothing, a lot of us church people, we think that people don't do stuff because of church. And it has nothing to do with church.
No.
Actually, the whole thing about smoking is working in a funeral home. We see how the people look when they come in, autopsy, you know, what it does to your body. Like, it's deep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
we heads ain't thinking about that.
But the thing of it is, after I talked to him about 3 or 4 times, after that, I'm going to God on you. You know what I'm saying? I asked you, now, Lord, I would tell him, I said, now, you say you can't stop smoking? Because, see, you don't fit the description that I pray for, so I'm sorry.
Gotcha.
What you trying to say? You can't be, because the Lord know I don't want a man that smoke weed. So you don't fit the description. So either you gonna have to have the power and to stop, or you gonna ask the Lord to help you stop. But either way, connected to me, you have to stop, and it had nothing to do with church.
But see, you know what? But that's what a woman's supposed to do. Y'all supposed to set that atmosphere. Y'all,
right.
That's y'all job.
I told Kenneth, I said, we were brought into each other's lives to bring the opposite. I feel that he was brought to me to soften me up, to teach me that it's okay to be weak, because I had to be strong. You know what I'm saying? Married 13 years. My husband, he had to go away for a while. I had to take care of children. You know, I was sick. I had cancer for years. Go to the doctor. They tell me I got 6 months. I need to do this. You know, so I had to be strong. And it wasn't just myself. I had great friends, my sister friends. They were there for me. But I didn't have time to be weak. You know what I'm saying? And when it got bad, my son, who's now 14, kids now, they don't play with cars and dogs. They with the phones.
Yeah, they were phones.
And he must have researched it or Googled it or something, and he came and stood by that bed and he was like, "Oh, you gonna die, mama?" And it's like it ignited a fight in me. It was like, no, I'm not gonna die. No, I'm not. It was like, I gotta be strong. I gotta fight. So I feel that Kenneth, when he came into my life, you know, it was different things would come up and he'll say, "It's okay if you say you weak, or if you sad, just say you sad. And I'm like, whatever, you know, I have a friend, she called me Stony from Set It Out, because I'm the, you know, the hard friend.
Already, yeah.
And he would say, it's okay to, so, you know, if you hurt. And then with him, he's a panicker. You know, I could say, babe, my car, my light on. Well, dog, you need to do this. And it's like, calm down. You know? So it's like I then in turn had to teach him, sir, get you some strength. Everything don't require 10. What about when the 10 situation comes, you using all your 10, like kick a 3 or a 2 or 3, you know?
Yeah,
Everything was like, it's
Yeah.
like, babe, come, like, it's okay, it don't take all that. So you have to have that opposite energy. It was like, it's okay to be weak. And for him, I'm like, you need to be stronger. You know, so it was not just a one-sided thing. You know, it worked both ways. Did I answer my question, the one you just answered? What was your question? What's different this time?
What's different in you?
So, what's
different in you?
What's different in me this time? Most definitely, I'm more spiritual.
Okay.
I don't believe that I would even be alive if I wasn't spiritual, because I had to believe in God to heal my body completely. You know what I mean? See, people, we throw all these scriptures in the air and, you know, got the cliches, but doctors, because it's their job, this is what they're compensated for, they're not thinking about your feelings. They don't care nothing about your spirituality, none of that. They come in and say, listen,
what it is,
between now and October, you'll be dead. Because this situation is basically taking over your body. You know, and here I go, well, I'm going to go home and pray about it. Go ahead, but we telling you, between now and October, you'll be dead. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell y'all something, okay? I'm gonna tell y'all something. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say. Y'all remember what I had posted on y'all post when y'all had posted the straw engaged and all that? Do y'all remember what I posted?
I don't. I mean, if you tell me, I probably will remember.
Say what you want to say, bro. You know when I hear it from God,
Oh, I remember. I remember you saying what was gonna be. I remember you saying that.
I don't care what you say.
So what you're saying is there is a purpose for this going on.
Well, you know what? Let me tell you something.
I know what God. When God shows me something, Kenneth will tell you. And it's the thing. Just like how I know y'all like, man, nah, whatever. That's how you know. Because God really, when it comes to a mandate like that, God he don't call somebody to be really wanting to, y'all been to school, and that's what I want to do. Man, please, no. That's what I feel in my heart.
I'm a firm believer in you're hurt to be helped. To be a help. And it's not until you're affected that you can be effective. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
See, don't tell me about your jacket because I haven't had one. You understand what I'm saying? So we're hurt to help.
Yeah, but the thing is, and we were talking about marriage and how you forgave in the marriage, coming into the new marriage.
The new marriage.
Into the new marriage. But even in that, there's a purpose.
It is.
Yeah. And the purpose is beyond you two.
Yes, ma'am. I believe that also.
And the purpose is to actually go in and tell people how to survive the chaos and the confusion and still come up alive and well and still stay together.
Right.
And so those are things that not only I need to hear, but the nation will need to hear. That you know, that we need to hear that you can survive all the hurt. That's some hurt.
Because nobody is fighting for marriages these days. If you stand up for something these days, it's like you're the bad guy.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, but when I was growing up, you know, I grew up in a holiness, Pentecostal, Kojic, whatever you want to call it, type of church, where they stood firmly and boldly on the Word of God. You know, back then they did what they knew to do, even though it wasn't compassionate, but it was like, hey, you're going to hell with them pants on. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It was straight to the point.
It was raw like that.
It was raw, but now, you know, now we've been so coated with all of these lies, and I'm going to fix it a little bit to fit. They said holiness is right. Holiness is not fun, but it's right.
It's right.
You know, and I'm not saying pants will send you to hell. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just giving an example of how strict and firm and bold they were. And now it's like if you stand for something, you're the bad guy.
You're the bad guy.
You're the weird. Who's fighting for this type of stuff?
Yeah.
Who's fighting for marriages? Who's fighting for people to be not just healed, being made whole? You know what I'm saying? You shout, you run, you jump, you speaking in tongues, but when you go home, you going back and sit on the side of the bed and deal with that same stuff instead of leaving it at the altar.
Yeah.
It's like you need to have a burden exchange. You leave your burdens and you take his peace. That's what he said. That's the word of God. So I'm just saying that it's very important.
Y'all need to book y'all holler at me.
Trying to tell you, man.
What I'm saying that it's so crucial that you don't just wear this cross. You gotta bear it.
Yeah.
And it's not fun. It's not fashionable. Sometimes you have to actually. I know I've had to pull up at the church and be like, ooh. Like, do I want to go in here? Because everything that not the people, nothing the people have done. My stuff was public. Yeah. Public. Everybody saw it. Everybody knew. Everybody. I mean, it wasn't their fault. It was my fault. Yeah. But you have to, when you have 4 people looking at you, 4 kids. See, I'm one of those parents. I'm gonna shoot you straight every time. We're not going to sugarcoat and lie and fake and all of that. None of that. Yeah. When my kids go through stuff, it's things that my children have done I didn't think about doing. But I have to tell them, now let me tell you something what we're not going to do. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to be firm in whatever it is you believe in, whatever it is you love. You have to stand for it and be willing to fight for it. Yeah. Period, point blank. Even if that means you have to do it by yourself, you have to. That's right. Period. Nothing. What comes without resistance? You know, but that doesn't mean for you to just give up and quit. But to answer the question, what's different about me this time? I would definitely have to say I am a more spiritual person. That's it. That's it.
That's probably the key.
Yeah, that's it. I'm more because regardless of what comes, you have to know how to deal with it. You have to know how to handle it. Period. Period. Point blank. The worst can happen, but as long as you have that foundation, you're going to go right back to what you know, and that's your prayer life. I'm a believer in if prayer don't fix it, it won't be fixed. Period.
Now, with that said, we are at the end of the first Arise show.
Yeah, and this was beautiful, man.
I have enjoyed my company today. I'm Denise.
I am Rodney, Willz, DJ Debonair.
And we're on the Arise show. And what we talked about today is forgiveness.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm just going to leave us with this scripture because I want us to really realize what God really wants from us. And it's Matthew 6, the 14th through the 15th verse. It says, "For if you forgive other people when they sin against you, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. But if you do not forgive others their sins, your Father will not forgive your sins." So today we're talking about being in a mindset to actually forgive other people. With that said,
we're gonna leave out on the song right here.
All right. Oh, don't forget to meet us next Monday at the same time at the same
place. We're gonna leave out with
shout music. Let's praise.
Well.
You know what?
No. I'm playing.
Okay.
Before you play, let me go ahead and pray for the people today. Heavenly Father, we thank you, we praise you for what you're doing.
Yes, God.
We thank you, Lord God, for the spirit of forgiveness that will flow from just this conversation, Lord God. We thank you that you're lifting us to have a mindset to go in and love people unconditionally, Lord God, and understand the process of forgiveness, Lord God. And see, Lord, things that we don't even know we're harboring, Lord God, you will root it up out of us and you will allow us to walk into the freedom of forgiving people that we may be forgiven. And see, Lord God, we thank you, we praise you for all the ministers that's around this table right now. Lord God, I thank you that you're bringing us to a higher place in you. And Lord God, I thank you for our listeners. And Lord God, I ask you that you would increase, and you would increase and increase even the more. In Jesus' name I pray.
Can I say something real quick before we go? Let me just say something, because this kind of hit me on me real quick. I'm not a prophet or anything like that. I never claim to be, but I just feel like if it's anybody that's listening to us, or if you're on a Facebook live feed or something, and you dealing with something, and you battling with something, and you feel like you depressed, you going through, and you just want to give up, you contemplating suicide, anything like that, I'm not a counselor. But if you call me, I'm gonna do my best to talk to you. I'm gonna do my best to try to get you to see the other side. I'm quite sure that if it's a young lady out there that's dealing with something in their life right now, I don't take it for granted. I know that my future wife don't mind you reaching out to her, contacting her, because we do believe in the power of prayer. It don't matter how it looks right now. What matters is how it ends up.
That's right. Amen to that. And on that note, we love you all. We see you back here same time, same place. We're gonna leave you with Molly Music, Deep Blood Red.
Excellent. I have enjoyed myself.
Thank you. I have too.
Hey,
JD.
Your stomach still hurt? Your brother was being funny. Is he on there? He's talking about, are you a part of the conversation? Tell him you shy.
hey.
He know that. He
Sheila said, speak, woman.
Hi, Sheila.
And Aaron said, a burden exchange. Preach, Miss Fincher.
Who is Aaron?
Aaron Shaw.
You know Lamont.
Burden exchange.
James,
You give yours and take his.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
It was something else.
Preach it.
Who said that? What?
My brother.
Oh, talking about you?
Yeah.
How you doing, man? You good?
Oh, yeah, he good.
All right, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all check us out
Joining in.
next week, man. I'm finna log this thing
We about
out,
to be out
man.
of
Love
here.
y'all.
Peace out.